everybody, I see the highest level of chess, but what about the lowest? Today we're watching This is Zero Elo Chess. Looked pretty interesting to me, this video. The thumbnail was quite nice, so let's get into it.
There are 10 to the 80th power atoms in the total observable universe, and apparently there are 10 to the 120th power number of chess games. I wouldn't know because I haven't counted. Now, this is both good and bad news. It's good news because we can create...
Is he trying to tell us that there are as many chess games as there are atoms? Like, that was too much math for me right there. You know, as the first thing that happens in the video, I was a little bit too much math. I won't lie.
So many incredible games from start to finish, and it's bad news because you can create so many horrible games. I have an inbox on this channel where you all send me games that you play against humans, bots, your friends, enemies, cheaters, and so on. And today I'll be showing you yet another game from this inbox, from the viewer submission list that made me question everything about my life. On that note,
all right,
here we go. Maybe I'll send both of these players my next book, and maybe the first one, and maybe my book called Chess for Babies because they need it. This was a rampant game played between 300 level players. Now,
300 elo, that's not zero. Hey, what? Is this clickbait?
Hundreds are obviously just beginners, and the disclaimer is that we are not laughing at these people.
Wait, 300 is a beginner. So what is, like, you know, normal? What elo is that? Like, I don't play chess. I have no idea what's going on.
We are laughing with these people at them. So, White opened the game with e4. And Black played the move d5. We have an interesting matchup, Japan and Mexico. I'm not sure we've had Japan versus Mexico from the viewer gameplay list on this channel. It's also a potential World Cup matchup, right? So a Scandinavian defense from Black.
Too late, mate. I'm sorry, too late.
Who, it's a dangerous opening to play as a 400 because you have to bring your queen out. And the rule of thumb is, if you bring your queen out early in the Scandinavian and move it to the outskirts of the board, you better not lose it, right? You better not lose the queen. White plays knight c3. The nice thing about the Scandinavian defense is that this...
Did he just say Scandinavian? Wait. Me?
Position is expected in about 90% of the games that you play. So it's a very predictable opening. People will develop a knight and attack your queen, and then you're going to move the queen over here. And now White will generally develop the knight, the bishop, and then castle. So with Black, you also have a very easy plan of action. And that is exactly what White does. White spends 6 seconds, plays knight f3. For the record, like, this game, make no mistake, is going to be awful in its own way. But then it is going to be actually... Not then. It's also going to be pretty decent at the same time. 400s nowadays are much better than they were ever before. And 400s are only getting better than what they were in the past. So if you're watching this as a 2, 3, 400 and you can't get out of your rating range, it's normal. A lot of people are entering the world of chess every day. Like, look, we have a bishop.
I think I might have to at this point. Like, what? Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. We're still trying to get through, though.
Being developed, pinning a knight to a queen. 5 years ago, a 400 would have swallowed a bishop by now. White plays bishop e2. So White has developed a knight, and a bishop. Black should now develop a knight or put something in the middle. I would not take this. Like, just because you can doesn't mean you should. Black develops a knight. Like, very good opening principle play. White plays pawn to h3, attacking the bishop. And again, here, you would think a lot of people would just chop down the knight because they're beginners and, like, you know, then develop some piece, you know, some other pieces. And in the Scandinavian, you could give up your light squared bishop, and then you should put other pawns on light squares, because when you leave only one light squared bishop on the board, it's kind of like having the Elder Wand. That might not mean anything to you. Do kids nowadays even watch Harry Potter?
Do I still count as a kid? I mean, I did. I don't watch it right now, but I did.
That series and those books were like my whole childhood. Bishop f5 back. Okay, fine. You wasted a little time, but it's not the end of the world. Normally these games get really idiotic, like, already, but this one actually develops quite nicely. White plays castles. Black plays knight c6. Excellent. Now we begin the comedy. White plays d3. Now, d3 is a reasonable move. You just want to get your dark squared bishop into the game. That's following very good principles. Black can castle long, but Black here plays a pawn in the middle. I mean, Very good.
Why is that good? He just opened up for the king, didn't he? Wait, I know the rules of chess, but I don't know the strategies of chess. Let me
Very
see.
good. By the way, there's a positive conclusion to this game. And white now decides not to develop the bishop. White decides, well, I moved d3, but I really want to move d4.
Why to flip?
Now, this is chess at a much higher level than 394. If you look at the move d4 and you go d4, pawn takes, knight takes, queen takes, my queen is really strong, you're probably correct. This sequence of moves is actually very reasonable for white. The queen stops the king from castling. The queen is close to attacking. Obviously, don't hang your queen. The bishop is going to come out. The rooks are going to come out. But if they don't do that, then you might be in trouble. And in this game, black actually castled long, which is a great move. Long castle.
So much is going on, bro. I'm trying to understand. Dang it.
And now the rook hits the pawn and there's a queen on the other side. And we don't have to go very long in the game of a 390 rated player for a queen to be blundered. White has given away one pawn. It was taken on the second move in an exchange, and the second piece that white ends up giving away is the queen. White spent 6 seconds on the move pawn takes pawn. The only idea in the whole position was to long castle and put a rook opposite the queen, and the queen has been taken. And white takes back, rook takes d1. Now, at this point, I would like to activate the...
So why the heck would he just give his queen away like that? Is that not stupid or what's going on?
rule of keep it simple, stupid. Black can take knight takes pawn because it's protected. That is what you should do, and you should not think about it. That pawn is attacking your knight. Just take the pawn. Because if you can engage in a trade, white is going to lose a lot of pieces. White's going to lose a knight, then they're going to lose a bishop. They're not going to be able to create any sort of counterplay, and that is what you should do. This next move, I don't like. Black spent 33 seconds, and let me tell you, if a 375 rated player spends 33 seconds, nothing good is going to happen. You're going to overthink it. Black plays bishop takes c2. That's just not a good move. It's not a good move because white, first of all, if you do the math, will get a knight and a bishop for a rook. Just generally, the bishop and the knight are going to be better than the rook. But furthermore, white could just go here. Now you still have a hanging knight, and now you have a hanging bishop. So if black were to take this, you would just lose the bishop, a full bishop. And the more pieces white wins, the better the comeback is going to get. So please, if you're 370, just don't think for 34 seconds. Really, just do us all a favor and stop, okay? In the game, obviously, white did not do that. In fact, white played a move here that's so impressive. It's... I couldn't even begin to explain it to you. Like, you could take the knight or you could move the rook, right? Those are the two choices, obviously.
I feel like the people that were playing this, right? They didn't know that they were doing a masterclass, but this guy is talking it up to be flipping Magnus Carlsen. Honestly.
White goes bishop g5. Why? I don't know. Black takes the rook. So...
Oh, it was a bad move.
Black has now won a queen and a rook. I mean, that's pretty freaking good.
I don't think Diamond's gonna win this, bro. I'm gonna be honest, bro. He's losing all of his flipping pieces. Well, he took one there, but okay.
White plays pawn takes f6 now. So white plays pawn takes f6, which means this bishop can just take another piece. The bishop can eliminate a rook and a bishop. Just keep eliminating pieces. His bishop is just there. You don't have to take anything here. Of course, black does not play that. Black responds with pawn takes pawn. Because when you're 300, you have to understand, when something takes you, if you can take it back, you must. I mean, that's the rule of the universe. It's like checkers. Right. Like, I understand this pawn took this, and if it takes this, there's this. Totally. Like, you can take a piece worth much more than a pawn, but you have to take the pawn. Now, white can take the pawn, of course, and the rook is hanging, and the bishop is hanging, right? Like, the bishop is here.
Wait, why would he take the pawn when this is going on down here? No, wait, see, at first I was like, what the flip is going on? Me now, I'm like, hello?
The rook is here. Credit to black, because black actually takes the bishop now. So now black plays a great move.
This.
White can take a rook. I'm not sure either player saw this. Instead, white takes this. And if you count the material, it is a queen for a knight. That is the balance of material. Black has a 6-point material advantage. Who now moves the rook out of the way, and you really just wonder, like, how can I make a video out of this? Like, this doesn't make any sense.
He's done it.
Okay. Well, let's proceed. White plays rook d1. Good move. Honestly, if this knight wasn't even there, this would be a checkmate threat. Here's the thought process with black. You see this, you go, is that no? Okay. So what about bishop to e7 or bishop g7? Let's just trade the bishop. If you want to take some pawns, you can also do that. Bishop e7. I love this move. Bishop e7. Excellent move. And now white retreats the bishop, which is a good move, and attacks the queen. Unfortunately, the queen is just going to take the pawn on a2. Now, if I gave you 20 guesses in this position for black's next move, you wouldn't be able to guess it.
He's gonna do something with the king, isn't he? He's gonna move the king.
Wouldn't be able to guess it. And there's like 40 legal moves probably. Once again, the player playing with the black pieces thought, which was a mistake, for 26.5 seconds. And played the move f6.
Right.
I can't even explain, like, I don't know what that does.
Nah, 26 seconds for that is mental. I don't think he knew.
Like, for once, I'm completely defeated. Like, did black want to go here? Was black like, I'm defending the square? I don't know. Did black not want the bishop seeing? I don't know. There are two ways you can avoid a move like f6 in the future. And if you're wondering, yes, white took the queen in 3 seconds. So, first of all, you avoid a move like this in the future. When the move bishop c3 appears, you do a scan. Does the bishop see anything? Well, the good thing about a bishop is that it only looks on diagonals, right? And you have two diagonal attackers, which are staring just about as close as possible to each other. And then you would move your queen or you would block the attack. The second way that you avoid a move like f6 is more philosophical. And that is, hey, I'm a queen. I have a queen and they don't, so I should probably do something with that. I shouldn't just forget.
Black forgot he had a queen. Black moved that queen out there and forgot all about the queen. Let's be so for real.
And about my queen. Like, you can play queen a6 just attacking the knight. You could take the pawn. You could go here. You could go here, there. You know, hey, what if I made a battery with my queen and my rook and I went for checkmate? Like, you just have to. Anyway, the queen is lost. So it's game on again. The position's equal. Black plays knight takes a5 and we have an equal endgame. Of course, at this level, this is anything but equal. How do you play an endgame if you are rated 300? Well, you lose a pawn immediately. You can't have the position be equal. You have to just blunder a pawn. And this is part of the thought, you know, the move process. I want to push and attack the knight. Can they take me? The one mover concept, like the one mover, which is like they can just take you in one move, there is no calculation, has to be something you get to develop before you get to 1,000. Black plays knight c4. Black sees that the knight is hanging, does not process they can take it. You know, now I expect another move to attack the knight, like rook to d4 or rook c1. White just plays knight f4 here. This is not a bad move. Black responds with a one mover, knight to b2. I love chess at 300 level, man. Like, chess at 300 is literally, maybe they won't see it. That's it. That is the extent of the thought process that you have developed. It's, oh crap, I didn't see that move, and hey, maybe they won't see that move. It's amazing. You guys are like playing...
Bro, I love this guy. His humor is the best, bro. I swear.
Water polo, but you can't swim. Like, this is chess at 300. The knight attacks the rook goes to d4. Okay, fantastic. Now black is like, I don't know what to do here. Let's just trade the rooks. That's a fair trade. White is like, I don't know what to do here. Let's just take the rook. I don't know. All right, now there's no rooks on the board. Now you have 5 pawns each, 2 knights, and knight and bishop. So allow me to explain. Every endgame is either relatively balanced or relatively imbalanced. This is a very imbalanced endgame. The imbalances lie in the positioning of the kings, which are on opposite sides, which is not about safety, but about stopping the enemy pawns from walking up the board. So kings are on opposite sides. Knight and bishop versus two knights, very different. The knights are close quarters fighters. The pawn majorities, you have a 3-on-2, 3-on-2, and 3-on-2. So it's really going to become a race. It's equal, but it's balanced, you know, in an imbalanced fashion. You both create threats. Okay, knight to e6. Of course, we're going to try to trade the bishop. Black just pushes a pawn. Fine. White is, I mean, not even going to hesitate, is obviously just going to take something. But at some point, you're going to run out of natural capturing moves, right? Or are you? Maybe you can just go knight to d4 or g4. Okay, black now should enable the movement of these pawns by chasing down pawns with the knight. That is what black should do. Knight d3 is an excellent move. White should play pawn to a3. White plays pawn to g5. That simply loses a pawn because, well, honestly, I guess it kind of doesn't, because I was going to say if knight takes, well, if knight takes pawn, knight takes pawn. If pawn takes, knight takes, this pawn is hanging. So I kind of understand, all right? Of course, black with 4 minutes and 57 seconds is like, pawn me take her. Yeah, that's just not, I mean, the knight comes in, and now your pawn is hanging. Of course, with black, you take this pawn, and white takes, of course, h7, and you take a2.
Oh,
and
black
suddenly,
has lost.
There has been an apocalypse on both sides of the board, and it's just a 2-on-3, and it's simply a race. Now, you know who wins a race generally? The person that has a head start. And black right now has a head start.
Black's gonna win. Sorry, I didn't see he was leading. What? It was just a race.
All right. They are 4 squares away from queening. If you count 1, 2, 3, 4, this is the square, right? So the white king needs to run to the left to stop the pawn and get in the square. If you don't do that, the square immediately gets smaller and your king can't do hopscotch 2 at a time. The knight can come back and try to help, but that means that these pawns can't move. And when you have 3 pawns together, they're very difficult to stop. Also, if you have pawns on opposite sides of the board, they're sometimes difficult to stop. Anyway, now we're going to have a pawn race. h4, a5.
Oh my. Okay.
So instead of moving the pawn that has already moved, and you are guaranteed to promote here. Guaranteed. b4, it's guaranteed. This knight cannot get back effectively in time. Look, knight f6, b3, knight e4, b2, knight d2, it's not effective because knight c3. So I'm going to at least force you to give away the knight. And if h5, you can't just race me here. You can't just race me here. Here's a very nice way that you could lose the game. So the black king does have to walk over. The white king can no longer walk over because he's completely boxed out by the black knight. Okay, h4, a5, 2 300s play an endgame. Here we go. h4, a5, h5, b4, h6, b3, and I think the players have realized it's over. I think the players have now realized that this is the end of the game. Knight f8, you try your best. b2, h7, b1 is a queen with check, king g2, and queen b2. And if white wanted to try something here, they could try to come back to g6 and then queen, but still black would give away the queen and then promote this pawn, probably. Instead of that, white went h8 queen, which doesn't work because it gets taken.
Right.
Knight e6 check, king d7, knight g5, and black started pushing pawn to a4. And the game is finished. Here also with black, you can try to pin the knight, etc. a4, f4, a3, knight f7. You don't blunder the queen here. Excellent move. You keep trying with white. You don't resign. Okay, well, you lost the knight and you lost the pawn. And now you try to win with the king, which is obviously impossible. Black now can... Look, you know what? The easiest way to win this is to promote a second queen, move the knight out of the way, promote the second queen, and deliver ladder mate. The 2 queens. Easy. What you don't want to do is just start pushing the other pawn. Okay, fine, king g3, and now queen g5, or here, your queens slide perfectly along a rank together, they guard each other, it's mate in 2. Black decides that 2 queens is not enough. Fine, I completely understand, you need a 3rd queen. Now the game is over. King g4, queen g1 check, king to h5, and you have no less than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mates in one.
Don't tell me.
But you know what they say? When you have mate in one, you should spend 0.9 seconds and end the game with a stalemate up 30 points of material.
He didn't win.
When you have mate in one, you should spend 0.9 seconds.
Draw. It did say draw. I really just spent 20 minutes of my life, one, being confused, and two, to find out black didn't win it in the end. I know what he means when he said this is 0 elo chess. That... How do you not win? You have 3 queens, mate. 3 queens. I don't even understand chess that well, but I know that was absolutely horror. Like, come on, bro. I'm gonna give that a little like. What a video. Pure comedy right there, honestly. If I knew chess very, very good, I would have loved this even more than I did. Gotham Chess, gonna give him a subscribe. He's got fantastic humor. I love this guy, honestly. And as always, we're gonna drop a little comment. Is that good? Is that good? Yeah, let's comment that. And yeah, man, very unusual reaction video, but I enjoyed it, man. That was so funny. I'm gonna link the original video down in the description, so go check it out. Go get this guy some love. He was mad funny, I can't lie. Even without knowing chess that well. Crazy. And W flipping video, guys. W segment.
We ain't slowing down, baby, come and show me how. Gotta do it right now, you know you gotta hold me down. Can I let the moment pass? Good things, they never last. Pull up in a whip, you know I had to hit the gas. Yeah, that's premium, pull up with a team and them. Ain't worried about the other side, they know that they ain't beating them on everything I love. Word to the man above, keep it cool, calm, collected. At this point, you get the